Hello vlog channel, welcome back to another little cult meeting on the go. If you're new here on my YouTube channels, that's how who's that? Who's that? If you're new here, my YouTube channels are where I run my online virtual cult. So there's this channel, which is my vlogging / physical media channel. Today we're doing a little bit of both. And then my other channel is my horror channel, just to clarify for any of the newbies here. Today we're heading back up to Ventura. I took you guys with us, I want to say like a month ago or something, on a similar excursion. So we're gonna go back to all those weird little vintage shops and see what we can find. Oh, he's getting gas, by the way. That's why he's standing out there and being weird while I'm doing this intro. And away we go. Hello, and we're back. I know that you're probably thinking, ooh, vibe check. Something is a little bit different with Kylie right now. I have a face mask on. I just got back from my physical therapy session for my back, and I'm also traveling tomorrow. I need to pack. I'm just kind of like prepping. So I really wasn't in the mood to put on makeup. I was like, let's just continue this self-care day. So we got the face mask on to talk about my little thrifty finds. Ventura is super cute right now. I can't believe they have that massive Christmas tree just like in the middle of downtown. It's super cool. I love how walkable Ventura has become. I don't know what it's like on weekdays, but on weekends they close off all of the roads so that cars can't go through the downtown area. And a lot of the restaurants just have like street seating outside, and there's always live music. It's such a vibe. I really need more cities to do that. Anyway, let's talk about the physical media that I found. I found 2 VHS tapes. I got 4 DVDs here. Well, and then this sort of like set of something special. And I also got a book. First up, the VHS tapes. Maybe you could already see this one. We have Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I do already own this on DVD, and I have it in a steelbook, so this is my 3rd copy of this movie. But a lot of times I just can't resist when I see these kinds of classics. If I see them on VHS, I'm just gonna pick them up, especially when they're in really good condition. Like this one has absolutely no mold on it. Like it is in perfect condition. Well, except that it's like falling off a little bit, but I found it in such a funky little spot. And it was interesting, like this little shop works on the honor system because it's this like hallway that connects a bunch of other shops, and then next door there's this jewelry shop, and they're kind of all connected. So part of the jewelry shop runs out of the hallway, and they just had some VHS tapes. Like I don't really know how it works, but it went on the honor system, and this only cost me $2. I had to do it. This is one of my favorite comedies from the 80s. The next VHS tape that I got is also an 80s favorite of mine. We've got Dirty Dancing Babes. Have the time of your life again. again. Heartthrob Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, and dancing sensation Cynthia Rhodes star in this electrifying and sensual film. This one is in basically perfect condition. I mean, there's hardly any wear and tear on like the outside of the box. And again, no mold. This tape is just in pristine condition. I really need to get my VHS player connected to my TV and get that going. I just wasn't expecting to find two ultra 80s classics. This one I got for $2. I think this one was $1. They're just gonna look so good in my collection. Then we stopped at several Goodwills. I only got 1 to 2 DVDs in each one that we went to. One of them had this movie called 9. This is a movie that is produced by Tim Burton. This DVD that I found has a ton of special features on it, and I've actually never seen this one. This movie just has such a weird vibe to it, and I'm pretty sure it is PG-13. Yeah, it's PG-13 for violence and scary images, and I remember when the trailers for this movie were coming out when I was a kid, and they scared the bejesus out of me. Like, I could understand why it's PG-13. It just seems like such an odd movie, but since it is produced by Tim Burton, and I do see that a lot of people really like this movie, I want to finally give it a go. This one, along with Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, are movies that I have dreamt of watching since I was a kid, but I was just too young, or in this case, I was too scared. Even looking at this little guy on the cover, I'm like, that is weird looking. And I just don't know about it. I don't know. But I don't think I've ever seen it free streaming anywhere. Maybe it is, but I've never been looking for it. This kind of reawakened some core memories of seeing this trailer play when I was younger, so I just had to get it. Then at another Goodwill, I picked up 2 DVDs, the first of which being Sorority Row, I think from 2009. I have seen this movie once, and I wasn't a super big fan, but I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to own it, because I think if I watched it again, I would probably enjoy it. Also, this stars Carrie Fisher, which is just so strange. I've also never seen the original, which I really want to, and finding this on DVD with just a few special features, it sparked me to consider doing an original versus remake for this one someday. Now, the other one that I found at this Goodwill, you're just not even gonna believe it. Now, you may ask yourself, which gods have been looking upon the haunted hippie with a fondness lately? Which specific franchise / physical media gods have been on her side? And you may know and be able to guess that I found another Scooby-Doo DVD. This time I found Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. This one I think came out around like 2002, 2003. It has a couple special features on there. It is a full-length film. Ooh, one of the special features, watch the movie with the gang, commentary with the Mystery Inc. crew. Oh, I love that. And it also comes with bloopers. I wonder if they animated the bloopers. For some reason, I consider myself a curator of all things Scooby-Doo. I just find it really important. And I'll talk a bit more about that later when I go over one of my other finds, but just wait on that for now, because I did find one DVD in that little $2 DVD shelf. That is such a funky antique store. We go there every time. But that would be the number 23 starring Jim Carrey, and I'll admit that I picked this one up because I'd never heard of it before. There are also a ton of special features on there, and this is an unrated edition. I don't think that this comes with the theatrical cut. One of the special features is a whole documentary. There is also another featurette, and there is a fact track trivia. There are also 16 deleted scenes, an alternate ending, director commentary, another making of featurette. Oh, and yet another featurette. Okay, so there's like 3 different featurettes on here, but they're like listed under different categories. I just couldn't believe that there was a Jim Carrey film, especially from I think the early 2000s, that I had never heard of. Oh, this face mask is getting very dry. I'm feeling quite limited and crusty. Oh, it came out in 2007, directed by Joel Schumacher. You might know him for directing a little movie called The Lost Boys. Oh, he also did Batman and Robin from 97 and then Batman Forever. So I guess this guy enjoys working with Jim Carrey, obviously. He did Phantom of the Opera in 2004. Okay, interesting. I'll be honest, I think the only other movie of his that I've seen is The Lost Boys. I've also been told to watch Flatliners, the one with Kevin Bacon. I've heard good things. But anyway, yeah, this is described, I think, as a psychological thriller. Anyway, I don't know, but if you've been around on this channel for any length of time, you know that I pick up these weird early 2000s movies that I've never seen because I'm like, you know, only $3. Let me try it out. So that's what this is. Also, I had just rewatched The Grinch from 2000 with Jim Carrey, so it felt a little bit serendipitous. Okay, I'll restack these in just a second. The final set of DVDs that I picked up is none other than this giant Looney Tunes bundle. So this is called the Golden Collection. The vaults are open and gold spills out. 56 top Warner Bros. Animated shorts are now rounded up on DVD for the first time ever. Barely contained in 4 solidly packed discs, they've been restored and remastered to their original anvil-dropping, laughter-inducing glory. It's a one-of-a-kind celebration of the golden age of Warner Bros. Animation. And then you can see that this also comes with just a ton of special features here, so different featurettes, including extensive historical documentaries. There are featurettes with animators and historians profiling particular cartoons, characters, and creators, excerpts from the original primetime The Bugs Bunny Show. Just a lot of really good stuff in this, and I picked this one up along with all the other Scooby-Doo stuff because Warner Bros. And HBO and all of that, whoop, it's doing exactly that. It's like a flimsy house of cards right now, and you never know when it's going to topple. A lot of physical media collectors will bring this up, but when you buy a movie on a streaming service like you have your library on Amazon Prime or something, you owning that is reliant upon the health of that company. So you don't actually own it, you know what I mean? And with Warner Bros. Recently in this past year, just like essentially discarding movies in the name of tax write-offs, when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. Because I'm pretty sure that I saw recently, I feel like I saw some article somewhere that they were going to be removing a bunch of the Looney Tunes catalog from HBO. And who knows where that's gonna go? Like, it might not end up anywhere. So again, this also felt kind of serendipitous. This is not so much for me being a huge fan of these cartoons, even though I did watch them as a kid. It's more so just like to curate the history, you know, preservation. Let me restack these before I talk about this book. Finally, in this little kind of mom and pop thrift store, I found Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. This is a really pretty edition. I love the colors of it. I think that this actually came out in 2020 though, so it's not super old or anything. I just have never read it before, and typically the editions that I see at Barnes & Noble are really small. It's kind of fine print. The books themselves are these really small paperbacks, and the nicer editions are just really expensive, and I haven't really looked into finding them used, but this was a steal. I got this for only $3, and it's really pretty. A nice sturdy hardcover, it's in good shape, and also whoever owned it before might not have read it, or I don't know, maybe they just don't put notes in their books, but I do, and this is a fresh, clean book that I can put all my notes in and stuff because there's so much space in the margins. I love that. So yet again, this was another steal. That's gonna do it for my mini little Ventura adventure and physical media update. I hope that you enjoyed. Highly recommend thrifting for the holidays. You never know what you might find for a physical media lover in your life. Also, I'm glad that I did a face mask for this video because I want to remind you that during this time of year, one must take care of oneself. If you're gonna be around family and stressed out by that, or if you don't have a lot of loved ones in your life and that kind of bums you out, take care of yourself regardless. Throw on a little face mask, draw a little bubble bath, get yourself a scented candle. I'm gonna keep this little self-care day rolling for myself because it is about to be mayhem this following week. If you enjoy this kind of content, definitely check out the rest of my physical media playlist on this channel. And if you love horror movies, then definitely check out my other channel. But more than anything, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that I catch you in the next one. Bye!